Titles 2 and 3, Access and Inquiries. Guidance from Appendix A for the regulations under Title II of the ADA provides the following examples and information related to provocation of service animals in public entities. Under the ADA, service animals are permitted in public spaces where the general public is allowed, including government buildings and businesses. When it's not obvious a dog is a service animal, staff may only ask 2 questions. Is the dog required because of a disability? Or what test has the dog been trained to perform? They may not request documentation or ask the dog to perform a task or inquire about the person's disability. Common misconceptions? Vests not required. Service animals do not need to wear a vest. A vest alone does not make a dog a service animal. No mandatory certification. There is no federal requirement for a service animal's registration or certification. Local ordinance. If your city or state requires all animals to be registered, licensed, or vaccinated, those rules apply to service animals too. However, service animals cannot be singled out with special registration requirements. Removal of service animals. When is it allowed? Public entities and businesses may request the removal of a service animal only if the dog is not housebroken, example, not trained to control waste elimination or absent illness or accident, or the dog is out of control and the handler does not take effective steps to regain control. Service animals must remain under the handler's control at all times. However, if the animal misbehaves due to provocation or injury, example, being taunted or harmed, the animal handler must be given a reasonable chance to regain control. If there's a reason to believe provocation occurred, the business should investigate and, if confirmed, take steps to prevent further incidents. This may include removal of the person who provoked the animal, not the service animal. When service animals may be excluded. A business or government entity is not required to allow a service animal if its presence would fundamentally alter the nature of the goods, services, or activities offered. Examples: a boarding school may restrict service animals from the dorm areas reserved for students with severe dog allergies. A zoo may prohibit service animals from specific enclosures where their presence would disturb animals that are natural predators of the prey of dogs, but they must allow access to other areas. In most situations, service animals can safely and appropriately accompany their handlers without issue. Inclusion due to direct threat. A service animal cannot be excluded based on breed, assumptions, or stereotypes. However, a specific animal poses a direct threat, such as aggressive behavior, a history of dangerous actions, or lack of control, it may be removed. A direct threat refers to a significant risk to harm or safety that cannot mitigate through reasonable changes in policies, practices, or services. Even if a service animal is excluded, the individual with a disability must still be offered the businesses or agency goods or services without the animal.